Going solar is one of the best long-term financial investments a homeowner can make. But how you go solar matters just as much as if you go solar. Leasing and owning are two very different paths, and they lead to different outcomes. We'll cover the pros and cons of both, who each option makes sense for, and what to watch out for before you sign anything. A solar lease is an agreement between you and a third-party investor. The investor pays for and owns the solar system on your roof. In exchange, you agree to purchase the electricity the system produces at a set rate, essentially switching your monthly payment from your utility company to the solar investor. The investor is also responsible for maintaining and insuring the system for the length of the agreement. You get solar energy on your home without having to pay for the system up front. There are two real advantages to leasing solar. The first is accessibility. If you don't have the upfront capital to purchase a system, or you don't want to take on a loan, a lease lets you get solar on your home with little to no money down. For a lot of homeowners, that's a meaningful barrier removed. The second advantage is simplicity. The investor who owns the system is responsible for maintaining and insuring it for the life of the agreement. If something goes wrong, that's on them, not you. For homeowners who don't want the responsibility that comes with owning a system, that's an appealing arrangement. The biggest thing to understand with the solar lease is that you never own the system. At the end of the agreement, the investor still owns the equipment on your roof. What that means practically is that you're switching from one bill to another. Instead of paying your utility company, you're paying the solar investor. Unlike ownership, there's no finish line when the payments stop and the electricity becomes free. Most leases also include an escalator clause, an annual rate increase built into your agreement, typically ranging from 2 to 5% per year. The actual rate of electricity inflation over the last 25 years has averaged closer to 2.85% annually. If you sign a lease with a 5% escalator, there's a real chance you could end up paying more for your solar electricity than you would staying with your utility company. Selling your home adds another layer of complexity. The buyer has to be willing and qualified to assume the remainder of the lease, and not everyone will be. A real estate agent shared a story with us about a cash buyer who simply did not want to take on a new financial obligation and walked away from the deal entirely because of the solar lease. If the leasing company gets acquired or sold, your agreement transfers to the new owner. Your recourse as a homeowner is limited. These agreements are structured in favor of the investor. Finally, you have to give the investor access to your roof for the term of the agreement so they can maintain and repair the solar as needed. With solar ownership, once the system is paid off, the electricity it produces is essentially free. That's the fundamental difference between leasing and owning. You're not switching one bill for another. You're making an investment that eventually pays for itself and keeps producing value long after that. Ownership also gives you a real protection against rising energy costs. Utility rates go up over time. That's not speculation, it's the historical pattern. When you own your system, you're insulated from these increases in a way that a lease can't guarantee. And unlike a lease, an owned solar system adds value to your home. It's an asset. If you sell, that value transfers to the buyer without the complications that come with assuming a lease agreement. But solar ownership isn't the right fit for everyone. The most obvious barrier is the total upfront cost. Purchasing a system outright requires access to capital, and not everyone has that. Financing options like loans and HELOCs can make ownership accessible without a large upfront payment, but you still need to qualify. Also, if you're planning to move in the next few years, ownership probably isn't the right call either. Solar is a long-term investment. The savings build over time. And if you're not staying long enough to see that return, the math doesn't work in your favor. Lastly, if your electricity usage is relatively low, the system may never generate enough savings to justify the investment. Ownership makes the most sense when your energy consumption is high enough that the system can make a meaningful dent in what you'd otherwise be paying. So how do you know which path is right for you? It really comes down to three things: your goals, your time horizon, and your financial position. If you don't have access to capital right now and you want to lower your electric bill without taking on a large financial commitment, a lease might make sense for your situation. Just make sure you understand the terms before you sign. If you're looking for a long-term investment, want to build equity, and have the capital or access to financing, ownership is almost certainly the better path. You'll pay more upfront, but you own the asset. You own the savings, and there's no contract locking you in. The honest answer is that solar in any form is better than no solar. The goal is just making sure the path you choose actually serves your situation long term. If ownership sounds like the right path for you, head to our solar price calculator at paradiseenergy.com to see what solar could look like for your home. The link is in the description. Like the video and hit subscribe as we push towards 10,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching.